guys, well, I mean, pretty much the unofficial family of this radiothon. Between you and the Nemeths, really, you guys are someone that we insist on speaking with every year because you're so marvelous, you're so uplifting. It dawned on us this year, Lori. First of all, hi.
Hi.
Happy Mother's Day early.
Well, thank you.
You can tell I'm kind of low. Usually we get you guys later on, and it's earlier,
Exactly.
so I'm not as stupid. But anyway.
Really?
Nice.
High five.
It dawned on us that there are so many new people, so many new listeners. And I don't know if you know this now, but we've actually kind of branched out the Radiothon this year to be on all of our stations in the cluster. So there's so many people that don't know Kristina's story. What a marvelous, marvelous young lady she was. Would it be okay with you if we went back and you just told her story again?
Sure.
We would absolutely love that. You wouldn't mind.
No, I wouldn't mind at all.
All right.
Where do you want me to start?
Start wherever you feel comfortable.
Well, it was Kristina's 4th birthday, and I thought she had the chicken pox, so I took her into the doctor's office. And from there, we had 4 different doctors walk into the room to examine her. And we were sent to the lab to have blood work done. And before we could even think twice, we were sent directly to, at that time, UW Children's Hospital, to the PICU.
Wow, right from a chickenpox visit to pediatric intensive care unit.
Yes.
At what time, when the doctors were coming in, did the mom alarm go off and say something? This is not chickenpox. Something is serious.
The second doctor.
Second doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know our pediatrician well, and
Right.
she doesn't usually ask someone else to come in and take a look.
Okay.
And so as soon as she asked somebody else to come in, I knew there was something.
Now, do you know why that they thought there was something? Did they ever tell you what it was that made them think that?
Yep, all of her internal organs were enlarged. And as she was feeling her belly,
Sure.
she could feel the spleen was enlarged and everything else around it was enlarged.
So you know, I mean, seriously, I mean, sometimes you wonder when they're like feeling a kid's stomach, like, really, what are they doing? I mean,
Exactly.
And that's exactly what they're doing. That's amazing.
Now, instead of having a birthday party on her 4th birthday, she's diagnosed with leukemia.
Yes.
Now, I know what I would do. I'd want to run away and cry and hide. And I know my wife would want to fix it.
Right.
Where were you at that point?
We were in the car and I was crying hysterically and calling my mom and dad right away because they had baby Hannah. She was just 14 months old. And trying to get to the hospital as fast as we could.
Were you in fix-it mode or were you in run and hide mode?
I'm not really sure where I was. I think I was on autopilot. Daryl was driving, and it was move-in, move-out day on campus, which made things.
Boy.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a crane. I remember sitting on one of the side streets, and I kept saying, "Turn here, turn here." And we couldn't get there from here. And so I think part of me was in fix-it, like let's just get to the hospital, and this will all be okay. And then the other part was, oh my God, we have leukemia.
Okay, so there's all that at 4 years old.
Yes.
And tell us what happened with the course of her treatment.
She fought long and hard for almost 6 years of her life. And she had ALL, but she also had Philadelphia chromosome on her leukemia, which makes it very hard to cure.
And you had never heard of anything like that before in your life,
Never.
had you? Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
No.
What is that?
It just means that it's a really tough one
Okay.
to get rid of.
All right.
And so she was in remission for a while, doing great. We were sort of normal. And she came out of remission and needed to go to a bone marrow transplant. At the time, we didn't have any donors because we checked when she was first diagnosed. And so they were rechecking, checked all of us, and thankfully found a donor, unrelated match. And she welcomed the opportunity to be able to help someone, and we were really good friends with her donor now. But we actually then for whatever reason, her marrow just quit producing, and so we needed to go to a second transplant. And her donor was kind enough to say, "Yep, I'd be happy to do it again."
Wow.
And then after that point, there were just a lot of complications. Her kidneys were giving her a lot of trouble, and she was in the ICU for for quite a long time and on the ventilator. Easter Monday of 2007, she passed away.
We've been talking to so many parents who have stories like your own, or stories the opposite of your own, where they walk out here with their children, and every one of them to a T is like, of course we're going to come back to the place where our daughter got the best care, where our child got the best care. We brought up the Nemeth family, just like you, who lost their daughter, and yet I still don't see how you find the strength sometimes to say, you know what, we're going to come back, we're gonna keep Kristina's memory alive. She was instrumental in a huge fundraiser, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I guess I have to ask as parent to parent, where did you find the strength to keep coming back? Was it the people in this hospital, or was it something else? Because you guys are so strong here, I'm in awe of you.
Well, it's a combination. The staff here at this hospital helped us tremendously, and they actually were our family for a very long time because we lived here. We spent more time here than we did at home. And if we can do something to help them to make where they work better, the treatments that they are using with children better, we'll do whatever we can. The other part of that is Kristina's wish and dream was that no child ever had to go through what she went through. And so part of what you're doing is to make sure that that dream can come true for her.
What an honor for us. Huh?
Absolutely, and it's obviously still hard for Nara, and I'm not going to make you talk if you don't want to, sweetheart. But this has been something that we've talked a lot about today, and I think this is really important. What the staff does here for Hannah, the sister, how to help her out.
Well, they do a lot for siblings here, which is amazing. The volunteers and the playroom, they just, the staff would take Hannah because Hannah really grew up at the hospital.
Right.
And there were, times that she's in her, I'm just talking. There were, she would always come up in the stroller when we were first living here, and everybody knew Hannah, and they saw her little floppy hair blowing in the wind, and they would grab her and take her and just keep her busy so that we could focus on what we needed to do. And then as she got older, she would goof around and come out at the front desk just as much as Kristina did.
Hannah, does it feel good, this hospital, for you when you walk in? Does it give you a good feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not a scary place, even though it wasn't the best outcome, but that this place makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah, do you like carrot cake?
Why?
Wow, it's just like I'm at home. Are you 12?
And 10.
10? You talk like my 12-year-old. That's awesome. Because my cousin, Peggy, is an unbelievable baker. She made us some carrot cake from scratch. It's the best cake you'll ever have. And because I'm in love with you right now, I want you and your brother to have a piece of cake, if that's okay with Mom, and if you like carrot cake.
I kind of do.
Okay, there you go.
How about you, buddy? A little piece of cake, too?
You like cake?
Okay, he's a cake. I don't trust this guy. No way. So we're going to get you a cake. I'm sorry for reaching out with the carrot cake question. I will not ask any more pastry-based questions.
Okay.
Hannah, thank you for sharing, sweetheart. I really appreciate that.
I think your sister would be really proud.
Yeah.
I think she would. Let's talk one more thing about the legacy that your fabulous daughter left behind, and all what. Again, for many who haven't heard her story, they don't know. I guess they don't know the epilogue. They don't know exactly how her legacy has moved on. Not only with us carrying on her name with the John Tammy Champions for Kids Radiothon, but what else she started on her own, and this is fabulous.
She started Caps for the Cure, which her idea was, she was a student in Sun Prairie, and Hannah is now, for every student in school to bring $1 to wear a cap for the day. And all of that money would come back to the American Family Children's Hospital for childhood cancer research. So no child would have to go through this.
If you can just wrap your mind around
Right.
the unselfishness of a young child who's sick and tired of fighting, and yet I don't want any other child. I can't even believe how incredibly proud you must be.
Oh, extremely. And now Hannah's taking over it.
Oh,
And
Really? Go ahead. it been easy or has it been a little hard?
Well, I guess I don't really know because like I encourage everyone at my school to like help out with it.
Right.
Yeah.
What is, this might be a little hard, what is the thing that you miss the most about your sister?
Maybe just having a big sister.
Miss having a big sister?
Yeah.
And her laugh. Yeah.
We've heard that she has the best laugh.
She, the best laugh. But Kristina, except maybe at the very end, never saw herself as being sick.
Right.
She thought everybody else in the hospital was sicker than she was. And I don't think it was until close to the end that she realized how sick she really was.
Right. This is why we ask you to become a champion. This is why we ask you for $15 a month. And Hannah, you know that's not a lot of money, $15. That's 15 kids in your school giving $1 for a cap, right? Yeah, so we can come up with $15 a month, can't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and become that champion by calling 1-877-719-KIDS, 1-877-719-5437, online at WMAD.com, and Facebook, because everybody's on Facebook, right, Hannah?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. So they